Hi everyone, Nick here. Today the Serious Racing League enters its penultimate round. I know, I can't believe it either. It's very, very sad. But we've still got 2 races left, and this race is at Brazil. So that's excellent. It's a okay track, not one I've had a huge amount of success at in the past, but it flows. You can get into a nice-ish rhythm because it's nice and short. And based on the time trial mode, I wasn't too slow here. So, did I have some okay pace? Could I get some okay points? Wasn't expecting a win or anything, but podium maybe? As it was Brazil, I decided to dust off the special Senna livery. Unfortunately for me, I was driving less like Ayrton Senna and more like Bruno Senna.
Yes. I have no idea where I even am.
Sonny was on good form at least.
I mean, absolute scenes if he doesn't. But he's far more likely to drive into a wall up here. Oh, there you go. There you go. Still going. Still going. There you go.
And anything he could do, I could do better.
Oh, upside down. Proper rolled that one.
So into qualifying then, and my first lap wasn't too shabby until I completely made a mess of that corner and went on the grass. So when I crossed the line, I was unsurprisingly several seconds off the pace. Not ideal. I then did another lap on those tyres, unsurprisingly improved, and went up into 8th place with a 109.9. I needed to do better than that though, so let's have a look at my next run around Interlagos. So first corner you're braking around 70 metres, down to 3rd gear, and you turn in nice and tight there to open up turns 2 and 3, and then get the throttle on as early as you can without cutting either turn 2 or 3. All the way down the straight, you want to brake around where the path is on the right hand side, turn it in nice and late in 4th gear, again early on the acceleration, as early as you dare really. Here's 50 metres, 2 gears down, tap the brakes, lob it into the corner, and then this bit's really tricky I find. You brake down to 3rd gear for that corner, 2nd gear through here, but it's all about patience, trying to not spin on the exit. Here back up to 5th, but then down to 2nd again. Lock the tyre up, doesn't cost you too much. Careful not to mess up through there again. Flat through this long left-hander. Here you want to be about 70-80 metres down to 3rd, turn it in, and all the way up the hill it is flat. So that's a lap of the circuit. You can see that we've done a bit better than previously. We're up to nearly half a second. That's because I ran up ERS on my previous lap and done a 109.442. Could have been better though if I'd remembered to actually change my tyres, as that flying lap was done on the same tyres I did my first 2 flying laps on. So they were 3 laps old. Genius. I went out for another lap, and even though I was actually up on it, I decided in an absolute galaxy brain move to abandon it halfway round because I could do better on my actual final flying lap. Guess how that went?
Literally the biggest idiot ever. Fucking dickhead.
So that condemned me to an 8th place start on the grid, and although I was only 8/10 off pole, which isn't too bad, I didn't want to be that far back on the grid. So could I improve off the start and get some places back?
The car goes too through.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's really distracting.
Who is that?
It's Coulthard, he's disconnected.
sure what way it's going.
So I'd actually made up a couple of places on the start for a change, not too bad. Frankie spinning obviously helped, and Coulthard's car just ghosting because he disconnected. Obviously it confused me a lot, but it also helped, and I was up to 6th place. The problem was I wasn't really able to do anything about the cars in front of me. I was slipping back from Stefano at a few tenths a lap, so by lap 6 I was 2.5 seconds adrift, but I was kind of gapping Sonny most of the time and keeping that at a second. So it wasn't the most exciting race that I've ever had, to be quite perfectly honest. By the end of lap 11 I'd felt my tyres starting to go. I drifted back to 5 seconds off Stefano in 5th, and Sonny now had DRS behind me. So I decided to pit a little bit earlier than the strategy said I should. The strategy was saying I should be going to lap 14, but I felt like I was losing time, and in previous races I've possibly been slightly guilty of staying out too long, following what the strategies told me and watching while other people undercut me. So I wasn't going to have that this time. So we pitted, we've got the hard tyres on, we're going to go to the end, and unfortunately for me, we are now in 12th out of 12. No matter though, at least that meant I knew the 4 cars in front of me, 3 or 4 anyway, all had to pit again, so if I didn't overtake them on the track, I was going to get them in the pits. 12th became 11th when Frankie pitted at the end of lap 12, and at the end of lap 14 Hom and DP started battling, and I decided I was going to get a piece of that.
I'm on your right on.
By the end of that lap I'd gained another place after Coulthard got disqualified, and I was right in DP's slipstream.
I'm on your left, DP.
Kev proved slightly trickier to catch as he had a bit more pace, and even though I'd used up all my excess fuel, I decided to whack it up into overtake and rich fuel mix to see if I could have a go.
It looks like there's an oil on the first solo hands. There's only one set of marks.
Unfortunately that was as good as it got though, as the cars behind me all pitted and I couldn't catch the cars in front of me, which meant I had a 10-second gap to Blarg in 5th and a 10-second gap to Frankie behind in 7th. Not the most thrilling. And even though I gained another place when Blarg binned it in the wall on lap 33, the rest of the race was essentially just a time trial session.
That was the most boring race I've done for years.
So there we go, I finished 5th place, 24 seconds off the lead. And to be perfectly honest, I think that's about the best that I was going to be able to do in that race. My pace just wasn't really there. I think based on pace alone I was probably 6th, 7th maybe. So to actually pull off a result that was better than my pace suggested I should, yeah, not too bad. And I made up some places as well. Usually I lose a couple of places. Yeah, not too bad. So I think all in all an okay day's work, even if it was monumentally tedious towards the end. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, then don't forget to like the video, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, then what are you waiting for? Click the button now. You know it makes sense, and we can get to that goal of 100 subscribers by the end of the year. And let me know below in the comments what you reckon I could have done to maybe overcome my lack of pace. Do you reckon softs and mediums would have been a better option? I'm still not sure they'd have lasted, especially as I had to pit a bit early because of tyre wear, but let me know. Could always do with some extra tips. But until next time, and the next video, goodbye.